Oh, hey there. I just started reading Simone Weil, which I'm really excited for because I always have all these questions about just like giving money to homeless people because it's like, or like people, in need of money or food. Um, I was raised with the very give a lot compared to what other people say. My grandmother, when somebody steals from her, she says, I guess they needed it more than I did. And I love that. And I really am trying to go towards that life and just figure out, like, as a student who doesn't have really a source of income, um, like, how much is extra? Like, what does extra mean? Like, do I need that? Like, of course, somebody's always going to need it more than I do. Like, on a base level, if I have food and a roof, I should give everything else away. And I'm like, if I really believed that that was true, then I would. Like, that was, I guess, what I should do. But it doesn't seem to be like you should just give everything all at once. Because then, I'm kind of like trying to start my life. So I'm not really sure, like if I could use that money on like another canvas, then I sell that canvas, sell that painting, and then I get more money. And then, but it's always this thing of like, you're always going to be doing that process. Like, oh, if I get more money, then I can give more of it away. But then you're never giving any of it away. So how do you know when to give it away? And I have this like extra few $100s that I've been like saving, not in my savings account, just like extra that I've gotten that I didn't ever deposit. And I'm like, maybe I should just give all that away. And then I'm like, uh, should I give it all away at once? Or should I give it in small amounts? And like, there's this, like, in the introduction to the Simone Weil's book, they're talking about tzedakah. I think that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me if I'm off. Which is like the giving to the poor, or not the poor. Sorry, giving to people who need it. Um, and like giving to, like, if somebody asks for food, you should just give them food. But if somebody asks for money, you should verify whether they really need it or not, which I guess in this, like, translating, like, I live in a city in this day and age, like, I should use my discretion about who I give to and who I don't. Um, I don't know. One time my father saw somebody without shoes and gave his shoes away to them. I've given my scarf away. Like, I give clothing away easily, and I buy food for people. Um, Although one time two women were harassing me because I had just bought food for somebody, and they followed me onto the subway. Um, and I did not buy food for them because I had already spent the money that I felt that I could give. But then I'm like, I did have more money, so I could have bought them food. But it's like, anyway, I think about this a lot, which is why I'm just trying to like put the thoughts out here to create a record of like, this is how I was thinking about it when I was, summer I was 21, and then I can look back and be like, how did I change? Like, what answers did I come to on this, or way of being on this? And I'm sure the book will get more into it. Um, but I also wanted to like tell you this, somebody who's not me, because I feel like we all have a lot of opinions on giving money or food to people or whatever you want, and how generous to be and things. And I wanted to actually talk about it as opposed to like I think there's a lot of this is just their personal opinion and you can't really tell people what to do with their money, but like I really do feel like we need it is a very important thing to talk about because there are a lot of people who need help. And like we really should just be trying to like distribute the resources that we have. I guess some people think that we shouldn't, and they think that those people should die. Hmm. It's questionable, for sure. But any belief is questionable. But if you feel that way, then I'm also curious to know. Because I don't really have a fixed, just because a belief system is how I was raised doesn't mean it's necessarily right. Even though I think it would be pretty hard to dissuade me from giving resources to people who don't have them. But when I imagine my future home or future place of living, I really a big part of my dreams is to have a place where I can have community gatherings and have like a potluck style or like I get a bunch of people together and we all cook and we have a bunch of people from the neighborhood, not like a soup kitchen, just I think a big part of it for me at this point at least, and this is not a judgment thing of who is worthy and who isn't, but is trying to form a relationship with specific people who are living on the street. And like if you want to have people coming into your home, if you want to like actually engage with your community, like knowing them and treating them like human beings, like if I see someone pretty regularly, giving them I'm just thinking about all the ways that I have not done what I feel is right in those situations where I've been unsure and I haven't given or haven't acknowledged somebody because I was afraid, not of being hurt or anything, but just that I wasn't sure how to approach it. It's hard to forgive yourself because the feeling of the guilt sometimes, pushes you into a better direction, or you don't want to just be trying to like, get rid of the guilt, never feel any guilt, like it still is sitting there, like making you sick. One of the big things that I often tell myself when I feel the guilt like becoming debilitating is like that I'm trying to figure these things out and that I'm still young and I don't have a ton of independence, and that thinking a lot about it and figuring out how I want to do it is what is going to enable me in the rest of my life, like as I go forward more and more, to for it to be easier, for it to just be like a reflex, and then I don't have to every single time feel like it's this like moral weight of like me having to decide. Like I just have like a system and I'm just like used to, like, having an open hand, and it comes easily to me. But I was going out with somebody, and uh, he said, "Can I buy you a car home?" And I said, "How much is the car? Like, I'll just take the subway, or I'll take the night bus, because I don't mind taking the bus. And if you were going to give me the money anyway for the car, then will you just give it to a homeless person? Or somebody living on the street? Or somebody who needs food, who asks you for food?" There's a big thing about, like, in Sadaka, like, people who ask, like, giving to anyone who asks, and this kind of, like, relational aspect to it. Anyway, he said he wasn't going to, and I was like, ooh, I don't think you're somebody, because to me that is like the one of the easiest ways of, oh, I would have, some say I was going to buy myself dinner, and then I ended up going somewhere where there was food. How much was I going to spend on dinner? $15? I'll just give that $15 away, because it's like I never had it to begin with. Like, I would have. Anyway, I'm really curious if you have thoughts on this. So I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.